The walls are closing in, folks. I am recording live the moment the new Wall Street Journal article that's going to topple Trump's presidency. They didn't publish it in 2016 when they could have stopped him from becoming president. They didn't publish it in 2020. They didn't publish it in 2024. But now the walls have finally closed in. They've got him, boys. Trump is, as the kids say, cooked. It's over. The Wall Street Journal has had Donald Trump. If you read all the press, Donald Trump is completely panicking. He called the Wall Street Journal in a nervous sweat, crying and filling his diaper because it was too much. He was so worried about this bombshell report linking him to Jeffrey. And, well, it's out. And I have to say, it's been nice knowing the Wall Street Journal. Donald Trump is going to sue them into oblivion. There will be nothing left. There will be nothing but a small smoldering pit. People forget, he sued CBS and won. They just paid him something like $20 million. And part of that lawsuit is they fired Stephen Colbert. Gee, I wonder if the two are related. Here's the big bombshell. Prepare. Get ready. Jeffrey's friends sent him bawdy letters for a 50th birthday party album. One of them was from Donald Trump. Oh my God. Now we know why he wasn't releasing the files. Now we know. Probably Donald Trump's assistant sent a birthday card to him long before any of the allegations were made public. That's it. Impeach Trump. He should be, just like Dave Smith says, he should be impeached and removed. He sent a birthday card. Confirmed he was on the island. Confirmed that's why Donald Trump's not releasing the files. Confirmed. Now we know. The Democrats finally got him. The walls have been closing in for 12 years, and now they finally got him. Man, I'm so happy. The leather-bound book was compiled by Ghislaine Maxwell. The president says the letter is a, quote, fake thing. So Donald Trump doesn't even acknowledge that the letter is real. It was Jeffrey's 50th birthday, and Ghislaine Maxwell was preparing a special gift to mark the occasion. She turned to their family and friends. One of them was Donald Trump. We're not going to worry about the 200 other people that sent him birthday wishes that were probably Democrats or, whatever. I'm sure we're only worrying about this one. We're worrying about Donald Trump. Nobody else who was in that leather-bound book that Ghislaine Maxwell asked people to do, that like said, hey, could you write a little birthday card? I'm doing something special. And so you do it like most people do when someone asks you to do a favor. That's it. Donald Trump has been brought to his knees by the hard-hitting reporting of checks notes Khadija Safadar. Well, that sounds as American as apple pie. I'm sure this individual probably has no ulterior motives against Donald Trump. This was from 2003. I believe the first inkling of any kind of conviction was 2008? This is long before anybody, and I mean anybody, knew anything about his witchy ways, about his about his gross habits. Ghislaine collected letters from Trump and dozens of his other associates for 2003 birthday album. So this might have even happened in 2002. Now, again, so Ghislaine asked him to write a birthday card, of which I am sure an assistant probably wrote. Pages in the leather-bound album, assembled before Jeffrey was first arrested in 2006, so this is 3 years before he was ever arrested, are among the documents examined by the Justice Department officials who investigated Jeffrey years ago. According to people who have reviewed the pages, It's unclear if any of the pages are part of Trump administration's recent review. This is some of the most hacky, like disgusting yellow journalism I've ever seen. First of all, who else? I'm more interested in who else was in that book. We all know that Donald Trump had some form of relationship with Jeffrey. That's never really been disputed. But we also know that the second Donald Trump found out that he was a creep, or even before he had an inkling, he banned him from his hotels. Donald Trump is not a fan of what he was allegedly doing. And there's no evidence to prove that. So it says, here we go. Are you ready for the big one? The letter bearing Trump's name, which was reviewed by the Journal, is bawdy. Like others in the album, it contains several lines of typewritten text framed by an outline of a nude woman, which appears to be hand-drawn with a heavy marker. A pair of small arcs denotes the woman's chest, and the future president's signature is a squiggly Donald below her waist, mimicking the pubes. I think that's hilarious. I happen to think that's hilarious. Secondly, I happen to think that that's probably not Donald Trump's signature. I happen to think that is just simply Donald Trump's signature. I don't think there's anything here. There's literally nothing here. So he drew there's a poorly drawn woman, no weighing either. You know, Trump likes boobs. Ew. The letter concludes, happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. An interview with the Journal on Tuesday evening, Trump denied writing the letter or drawing the picture. This is not me. This is a fake thing. It's fake Wall Street Journal story. Now, my guess is that this probably is fake. I mean, I think Donald probably had someone else do it. Like, he probably had some other person draw it and send it. But that's it. That is the bombshell that apparently Donald Trump has been having a complete meltdown about. I never wrote a picture in my life. I don't draw pictures of women, he said. It's not my language. It's not my words. I actually believe that. First of all, if we know, I don't know how long Donald Trump's signature has been, you know, the way it is that we all kind of see it now. But like, Donald Trump has, you know, a pretty unique signature, and he would probably have written Donald J. Trump, not just Donald. That's my guess. That's my guess. That's it. He told the lawsuit he was preparing to file. He told the Journal he was preparing to file a lawsuit if it published an article. I'm going to sue the Wall Street Journal just like I sued everyone else, he said. Justice Department officials didn't respond to requests or comments or address questions about whether the Trump page or other pages of the birthday album were ever part of the agency's recent document review, and the FBI also declined to comment. The existence of the album and the contents of the birthday letters hadn't previously been reported on. That's because it is a massive Nothingburger. This is a literal Nothingburger. Like this is the biggest Nothingburger of the Trump presidency. I am not kidding. There has not been a bigger Nothingburger in the 12 years, 13 years of, you know, Trump's political career. So what? Even if he did draw it, right? Even if he did draw it, oh no, Trump drew a nudie. Trump drew a nudie. You know, among those who also submitted letters were Leslie Wexner, shocking, Alan Dershowitz, also shocking. The album also contained a letter from now deceased Harvard economist, one of Epstein's report cards from Mark Twain Junior High School in Brooklyn, and a note from a former assistant that included an acrostic with Jeffrey's name. Oh, Jeffrey, everyone loves you. Fun in the sun. Fun just for fun. Remember, don't forget me soon. Epstein, you rock. You're the best. This is literally nothing. This is the biggest nothing burger that they've tried to take out Trump with that I think that the modern era has seen. I mean, literally, I'm asking chat, is there anything like this is nothing? You know, like I don't even understand it. First of all, I find it curious that the Wall Street Journal has only released 3 names. There was a leather-bound book. One would expect there to be hundreds of letters in there, don't you think? Wouldn't you think if it was leather-bound that there would be more than 3 people in it? Wexner's money manager at the time, long-line leader of Victoria's Secret. You know, that's it. That's the whole... The book was put together by New York City bookbinder Herbert White, according to people involved in the process. White's also passed away in 2020. But so what? It isn't clear how the letter with Trump's signature was even prepared. Inside the outline of the spicy woman was a typewritten note, style note with an imaginary conversation between Trump and Jeffrey. So it isn't even handwritten. Voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything, the note began. Donald. Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. Jeffrey. Nor will I, since I also know what it is. Donald. We have certain things in common, Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Yes, we do, come to think of it. Donald. Enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? Jeffrey. As a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. Donald. A pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday, and may every day be another wonderful secret. That's Donald Trump doesn't write like that. Donald Trump didn't write this card. He also didn't sign it with his normal signature. And then the rest of the article is just, it's literally nothing. They're making fun of the Binder Club, which I think is hilarious. Every one of these people should be made fun of. But then the rest of this article is just, I mean, let's see what the comments are. I'm sure people are like, we got him now. Not sure how this would matter. Nothing new. We all know he's not of the highest moral character, but he still got half the country to vote for him. Raise your hand if you think Jerome Powell will be fired on Truth Social. Why isn't the Journal publishing the original letter? After describing it in a specific detail, let the readers see it and decide for themselves if it's fake or possibly Trump's hand. You know, I mean, since I'm a card-carrying Democrat, I didn't know this was part of the lunatic left. I look forward to the White House. This is totally nothing. Kudos to the Wall Street Journal for having the courage to go for it. Imagine wanting to get sued over this story. This story is a complete nothing burger. Like there is zero zilch in this story. Nothing. What would you even... We all know Trump had crossed paths with him. What an embarrassment. I can't wait till the Wall Street Journal loses with the inevitable lawsuit we all know Trump is going to file.